Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted. I know I've just been a little MIA here. I've been doing a lot more things on TikTok, so I haven't been giving YouTube the same love, and I just wanted to jump on here and do another video because I'm super excited for this launch. I think I have been excited for this one since I knew that it was coming out. I feel like I haven't been excited about this brand in a good minute. I feel that the brand just wasn't connecting with me, or I wasn't connecting with it, or for whatever reason. But here we are, and as you know by the title that we are going to be talking about, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette. And this is what it looks like. Stunning packaging, I gotta say. I have to say that I got drawn in because of the packaging. It was so pretty. Just the texture of this palette just feels very different. It feels very luxe. It actually looks like a clutch. Let's jump right into this. I'm going to first start off with giving you guys a little bit more detail about the product itself, and then I'm going to move on to the eye looks. It's fairly simple, and I'll have all the timestamps down below so you can skip to the part that you prefer. So I briefly touched on the packaging, but here's a good look of this palette. You can see the texture. I like the linen texture that it has, and just the color is very beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. I already mentioned that it looks like a clutch, and I love it. And inside you have these beautiful shades. This is what it's looking like. I love the grunginess, and I love the color story is so beautiful. It's just right up my alley. It has some grungy tones to it. It has some metallics and a little bit of color, like it has that pop of color right over here with that shade Wisteria. This does retail for $72 Canadian where I am, which is a little bit more than what we're used to seeing with Anastasia, but you do get a little bit more product because the pan sizes are bigger on this one. This is the Modern Renaissance, and the pan sizes are, if I can get it open, the pan sizes are smaller, and there used to be a brush. So this one doesn't come with the brush. This one used to. Here they are side by side, and you can see a significant difference in the sizes. So some of the highlights of this palette when it comes to formulas is that it has a metallic finish, a matte finish, and a natural finish. Now, 3 of the shades in here do have an eye safety warning, which is Paloma, Wisteria, and Metro. Basically, that means that it is not suited for the eye area. That's just something that they need to put out. As a warning. I have not had any reactions to this palette. I've been using it on and off throughout the week, and so far so good. No reactions on me, but you guys do what you need to do if you do have sensitive eyes. I'll insert some swatches for you guys right here so you guys can see the finishes and how these perform. They are very buttery smooth. The metallics are so smooth. They're very pigmented. The mattes are the same thing. I was able to create quite a few looks with this palette, which is nice. I like the fact that this is suitable for people with deeper skin tones as well. Although I do find that the shades such as Wisteria wasn't really showing up on me so much. So it really just depends upon your skin tone, your undertone, and all that stuff. It did look a little muddy on me, but other than that, all the other shades look beautiful. They all applied really well. And the formula is impeccable, and I'm really glad I picked this up. So yeah, that's basically it. I know it's short and sweet, but I really want to get into the looks, which I'm pretty sure you guys are waiting for, so you guys can really see how this performs. So here we go, enjoy. For this look, I'm starting off with Metro, and I'm going to pop this on my crease as a transition shade. This particular shade does tend to have a little bit of kickback on the pan, but that is expected with ABH shadows in general. Next, I'm going in with Peacock, which is probably my favorite shade in the entire palette. And I'm picking this up on my BK Beauty 203 brush, and I'm going to be applying this pretty much all over my lids except leaving the inner corners out. This shade is so smooth and so buttery. Love the duochrome on this. The shade is very smooth, and I love the fact that it has blue and hints of purple shimmers going through it. I'm just taking a 202 brush from BK Beauty and blending out the edges just to soften this up. So next I'm going to go in with Wings and apply this to the inner corner, and I'm picking this up on the same brush. I'm picking up Muse next on a pencil brush. This is from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to apply this to my lash line and also create that mini wing for a lift. I'm also applying this shade to the bottom lash line, but I'm keeping it only on the outer corners. I'm also going to pop a little bit of Peacock into the center, and I'm just dusting a little bit of Metro. I went ahead and added some lashes, and this is the first look complete. For this look, I'm going in with Fleur. I'm picking this up on my BK Beauty 201 brush. I'm going to lay that down as my crease color. Fleur is a very soft shade, so I'm having to build this up in layers. Next, I'm going in with Metro. I'm going to pick this up on my BK Beauty 202 brush. I'm going to add a little bit more definition to the crease. Next, I'm going to go in with Liberty. This is a nice olive green tone. And I'm just going to pop this into my outer V here to add a little bit more dimension. Next, I'm going to go in with Lily right here, and I'm picking this up on my finger. The camera isn't doing it any justice because it has a beautiful green, blue, purpley, like pinky shift to it, and those sparkles will come out in different angles as the light hits it. I want to pick up the shade Muse right here on my BK Beauty 204 brush. I'm going to take this all along the upper lash line, and I'm going to draw a mini wing as well. I actually decided to keep this just on the outer part because I don't want to close off my eyes. I'm also going to take the shade to the lower lash line, but keep it only to the outer corners. Next, I'm going to pick up a little bit more Liberty on my Morphe MB18 brush, and this is going right in the center here. I'm just going to take a little bit of Paloma and add that to the brow bone. And the brush that I'm using is my BK Beauty 205 brush. I went and added some lashes, but you guys can totally skip this part and just do mascara. And this is the finished look. The first shade I'm picking up here is Wisteria on the 201 brush, and I'm going to apply this on my crease. Now this particular eyeshadow is quite pale and muddy on me, and it's just because of the undertone and how light it is. It's not going to look good on everyone, but I'm just testing out the formula here, and it seems to be blending out just as good as the other mattes. So you guys can see it's not really doing much for my skin tone, and I'm not really liking it so much. So I'm just going to go in with Metro on a 202 brush, and I'm just going to go over it and also deepen my crease out a little bit. Next, I'm going in with Liberty. I want to apply this all over my mobile eyelids. Going in with Hope next on my 203 brush, I'm going to pack this shade right on top of my mobile lids. Right on top of that olive shade. I'm going to pick up Muse and just pop this onto the outer corner to add some depth into the outer V. I'm dipping into Peacock and applying this to the lower lash line just to add a little bit of variation. And I'm really making this grungy because I want to see that smokiness. I think this palette is perfect for like that really grungy, sooty kind of look. Next, I'm going to go in with Paloma, and I'm going to add that to the brow bone and also to the inner corners. And this is the final look. This is definitely a little bit more heavy. It's a little bit more glam with the lashes. You guys can totally skip the lashes if you want, but I think this is probably one of my favorite ones that I've created with this palette. For this look, I'm going to start off with Fleur, and I'm going to take this on my 201 and apply this all over my crease and brow bone area. I'm going to deepen the crease with Metro, and for this I'm using the 202 brush. I also decided to apply this color all over my eyelids as well for a base. Picking up the shade Isle on a flat shader brush, I'm going to go in and apply this all over my mobile lids. Picking up a little bit of Metro on a 202 brush, and I'm just going to be applying this at the bottom lash line. And then going in with Muse, I'm picking this up on a pencil brush, and I'm going to be applying this to the upper and bottom lash line. And I'm just popping Paloma to the inner corners and my brow bone for some highlight. I didn't apply any eyelashes this time around because I wanted to keep this very simple and true to everyday. In closing, I just wanted to mention a few things. One being that if you see my lighting change, it's because I'm filming this over a few days. I didn't do all of these looks in one day. It's just too harsh on my eyes. So I was just filming them in different days. So I apologize that the lighting is a little bit different from each look. And the other thing I wanted to quickly mention here is that as I was playing along with all of these shadows, just the one shadow here, Wisteria, I love that they did the pop of color. However, if you are my skin tone, or deeper, just know that this may not show up on your eyelids the way you expected it to. I wanted to do a dedicated look with this eyeshadow just because I know that it might be overlooked, and it's really a standout shade in this entire palette, in this color story. But as I was using it on one of my other looks as a transition, I noticed that it was getting muddy and it wasn't really showing up on my skin tone the way I'd like it to, which is why I changed direction and I sort of didn't do a dedicated look with this eyeshadow. Just let me know if you want to see it still on how it would look on somebody with my skin tone so you have a better idea, and I can definitely do something over on TikTok. I am going to be doing a few more looks with this over on my TikTok, especially for the shades that I didn't really use, and I have a few more ideas on how to play with this. So if you guys want to see like really quick looks and not really do a dedicated YouTube video, just follow me on TikTok. I'll leave my handle down below. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this, so please leave me a comment down below, and I hope to see you in my next one really soon. Bye!